So here we go. They finally did it. They revealed the actual date for the next big Diablo 4 live stream. Check it out right here. It says this: next Thursday, we have a big old Diablo family developer update stream. We talk about the new class coming to Diablo Immortal and Season 1 in Diablo 4. Lots and lots to talk about. July 6th at 11 a.m. PDT. Mark it on your calendars, everyone. It's going to be at twitch.tv/Diablo and youtube.com/@Diablo as well. Here are the developers that are going to be taking part in this stream. Now, I'm also going to be streaming it as always and breaking it down for you all if you do miss it. But also, they did have this blog post right here, and they did go on to say that they will also be touching base on quality of life improvements and answering your most burning questions from the chat as well. So we have that to look forward to. But finally, it seems like we're also going to be learning about that Season 1 release date, which again, the release date window is mid-July through late July as well. Also, yes, we are going to be getting into feedback from the community, some very frustrating things happening with the game that we have to talk about that should see updates. But yeah, let's get into this question here to the developers, and they do respond. It says this: Adam, is there anything new known about the crashing issues since 1.03? Please don't keep us in the dark. It's the weekend and hundreds of thousands of players can't properly play. Adam Fletcher says this: once I have an update, I'll let players know in the forums. I'm not leaving anyone in the dark. The team is still working and testing on items, so there just isn't an update beyond this one I provided. But it is a top priority. Yes, I'm also noticing some disconnection issues more and more on PC. This definitely needs to be figured out. Now, I also did want to talk about another game that is going to be releasing here in August, and it looks amazing, and we have a response from the Diablo developer about this, because check this out right here. This is pretty crazy. It says everything acted and fully mocap to cover so many permutations. I don't think there's been a cinematic game this reactive before. The team did an insanely good job visualizing all the choice and consequence, and they're actually talking about Baldur's Gate 3. Check out the headline: Baldur's Gate 3 will have 174 hours of cinematics. And the reply from Joseph Pora of Diablo: insane, truly mad. So this one is definitely on my radar officially right now. So I cannot wait to actually go hands-on with this game fully. It is in early access, of course, but yeah, the final release date is on PC in August, and then on, I believe it's consoles in early September. But anyway, back to Diablo 4. Yeah, the community is definitely talking about, get this, wanting actual nerfs. I kid you not, but it's not what you think whatsoever. Check it out right here. This is definitely a good sort of nerf. So it says this: man, they whoop my butt sometimes. And of course, they highlight the absolutely annoying bone crossbowman turret. And yes, it's also another thread right here. It says, if anything needs a nerf, is the bone crossbowman turret. It says those things that look like a cannon deal a lot of damage. Yeah, they were probably the most threatening thing for me recently. Lately, you know, even some of the elites don't pack the wallop that these bone crossbowman turrets actually have. So they definitely need to see some sort of adjustment for sure, in my opinion. They're just so annoying. Unless Blizzard, of course, wants you to rely on resistances or some sort of armor or effects that say, hey, you have reduced damage from distant enemies, because that is a thing in the game. So, but I don't want to be dependent on that. I think they need a nerf overall. All right, so we also got to talk about this one as well. It says, too many mobs explode on death. If the monster type doesn't naturally explode on death, it's given by elite affixes. It's neither a fun nor interesting mechanic, and just creates a situation where you can't even relax after you killed an enemy. Add to this that it's often really hard to see the death explosion, and that the damage is ridiculously high. I can't grasp why they made this mechanic so common. So yeah, especially in Nightmare Dungeons, this is definitely an issue. You know, heading into Nightmare Dungeons at a lower tier, it was fine. You know, you could dodge and move, and it keeps you moving. But yeah, as you head into the higher difficulties, it just becomes so commonplace, and you have to have fast movement speed, several types of, you know, mechanics, traversal mechanics, I guess you would say. And I don't know if the game provides you with enough traversal mechanics to really dodge all these exploding mobs. So totally get where you are coming from on this one. Think that that needs to be adjusted. Now, also, this is a huge point. This is what I have been thinking more recently about the game. It says, what my brain sees in 95% of the open world. 3,300 upvotes, and basically you're stuck looking at the minimap. They've built an amazing open world. They need an option, in my personal opinion. When you lay down a waypoint, you see the little feet on the actual ground, in front of you. They have that option in Diablo Immortal. I don't know why it didn't carry over here. And the actual visual effect of the feet, trail where it's actually leading you to is nice. It's not too obtrusive. It doesn't ruin the art style of the game. I think they need that in Diablo 4. Maybe, just maybe, you can even get away with shutting off the map, the mini-map, if you want to. Yeah, and I know a lot of you guys want an overlay map as well, so I think some adjustments need to be made here. Now, someone posted this one right here. It goes on to say this: I need this in my life. And then they made this short video, check it out, where you can zoom in and out on your mini-map. It makes life so much easier. Hey, why not use the keyboard as well? I love this idea. It needs to make it into the game eventually. Hopefully, Blizzard is paying attention to all these comments. It seems like they are. A lot of the feedback is actually making it into the game, which is wonderful. Now, we also need to talk about this one right here. It goes on to say this one right here: Diablo 4 players are getting destroyed by harmless treasure goblins. It's not what it seems. It actually ties into what you guys were saying earlier about exploding corpses being a bit overdone. Well, get this story right here. This comes from icyveins.com. It says treasure goblins kill level 85 hardcore character. I kid you not. And the story is from this poor guy right here. Check out the clip right here from Kill Thuzah. Yeah, that would be extremely rough. But honestly, I think what happens with, when you're playing Diablo, no matter what, hardcore, softcore, you get tired, you get fatigued, and one slip up, that's all it takes. Let me tell you what. Or it's just that, these exploding corpses are way too powerful, which, again, a lot of people are asking for that to be adjusted. Let me know your take on this one. Next up, we have this out on Twitter. I'm going to show you in just a moment, but I need some context first because it relates to another upcoming game that I personally am extremely excited about. So check it out right here. It says this: everything acted and fully mocapped to cover so many permutations. I don't think there's been a cinematic game this reactive before. The team did an insanely good job of visualizing all the choice and consequence. And this one comes from Swan Vince. I believe he works on the game. And that game is Baldur's Gate 3, and it says it will have 174 hours of cinematics. I kid you not. This also grabbed the attention of the developers. Joseph Porra says, insane, truly mad, and of course he is from the Diablo 4 team, praising the Baldur's Gate 3 team. That is amazing. So that one's coming out in early August on PC. They're trying to get ahead of Starfield, and then it's going to release on consoles in September. But man, 174 hours of cinematics, that definitely caught my attention, and the game is looking like pure quality. I cannot wait for that one. I might actually cover it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about your top comments. Remember, leave a comment down below. It could end up in a future video. We're going to start out with my YouTube members. Remember, you can smack that join button, get access to emoticons, and yes, it is very highly likely you would be featured in one of my videos in the top comments. We have Hallrigs4015 who says pets are used like that in Torchlight, where they can go sell stuff while you are still playing. Now, Torchlight cloned Diablo enough. Time for them to do the same. LOL, I hear you on changing styles and having even more fun. I was playing a rapid shot rogue until the end of the story, then went flurry rogue, and I'm having a blast in World Tier 3. Also, it made my day to hear you discuss my comment. No problem, dude. Seriously, I love reading your comments. I absolutely look forward to them, even if it's like feedback about my videos. You guys have literally changed my videos over the years for the better. I kid you not. And I take your feedback seriously. But yes, the thing that continues to happen with me and my barbarian is my barbarian continues to evolve over time. course, right now, I'm more of a whirlwind barbarian, but I'm using a combination of earthquake and leap. It is an absolute blast what I have created. I love it. Yeah, so let's go into your top comments on my most recent video right here. It says official mob density buffs, in-game changes, and Season 1 updates. Let's scroll on down. So we have our first top comment, which says the following right here. They should make clan strongholds where members or the same clan can meet, socialize, donate resources for upgrades such as vendors, stables, decor upgrades, etc. Dude, the ideas you guys have, that would be insane and give a lot of reasoning to join a clan. That would be so freaking cool. Hopefully, they really develop the social elements of this game. It can become something absolutely massive and amazing. Now, we have this one as well from Logic Alfieri, who says this: I have proposed an idea for the Codex of Power system. It is untenable for a storage perspective to store every perfect role aspect in your stats, especially if more are added in the future as new items. For this, my idea doesn't entirely take away the item hunting aspect away from the game. Any aspect in the Codex of Power can be upgraded with level restrictions. Tune this in the way that makes sense by donating, sacrificing, salvaging, duplicate drops, materials, and incrementally increasing the progress of each aspect you donate. Similar system is used in the Division 2 for talents, which are akin to aspects. Give any aspect in the Codex a C in the tooltip on the item's text to recognize that this is a Codex-specific aspect versus drop-only aspect, which you could put D in there. This leaves players only having to use inventory space for aspects that are found only on dropped items and not available from Codex. Still adds some sort of separate storage for aspects regardless. A lot of you guys love this idea, and you know what I'm noticing from you all is there's a crossover here from the Division 2 to Diablo 4, and there's so many ideas you guys want from the Division 2 thrown into Diablo 4. Perhaps it's time for the developers to sit down and play some Division 2 and find out what's going on there and add a lot of the stuff going on in Division 2 into Diablo 4. Let me know if you agree with that, but it seems like a lot of you guys are really wanting that. But thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned here for more Diablo 4 news and updates. I have you guys covered, and I will see you all next time. Take care.